What's up, guys? There is Cousin here, back with another video. I'm currently exhausted. It's it's not that early. It's like 11-ish in the day. I woke up. I didn't just woke up. I woke up earlier. I went for an early morning run, still fasted, which means I haven't eaten everything this whole day. So my body's running on literally food from yesterday, it's fine. It's not an issue. It's just I have a lot of things to do today, and I wanted to take this little bit of time to get this video out for you guys today. So I was thinking about something while taking my shower this morning, and that was the concept of listening, the skill of listening, and how it's very, very, very valuable, in my opinion, of course, and how I don't see that many people utilizing it to the level that I think it should be utilized, because I think that this skill has the potential to literally change your life. I know I say this about a lot of things that I talk about on this channel, but I truly believe that if you have proper listening skills, you can change your life, and you will be liked by a lot of people. You will be appreciated, you will be wanted, and you will have a lot of friends. You will be popular. You will be the social butterfly if you know how to listen. So listening, it sounds pretty straightforward, right? Like, just listening. Like, well, what do I mean by listening? What I mean by that is, in any sort of interaction, whether it's with family, friends, strangers, any sort of interaction, there's always, like, two people do not talk at the same time. Two people cannot conversate while talking at the same time. Inherently built in the structure of dialogue, of a human interaction, even if it's just one-on-one or if it's a group of people, there's always somebody talking and one or more people listening. That's the general structure of dialogue. That's the way that this universe works. We work in taking turns, right? Nobody can talk at the same time. So naturally, if there's one person that talks and then one person, let's take the example that there's just two people in this conversation. If there's one that talks, the other one has to listen, right? It's the default. Like, what else are you going to do? Either you're listening and you're part of the conversation, you're part of the dialogue, or you're not listening, which makes you not part of the conversation, or you're simply not there, which makes you, again, not part of the conversation. So you have to listen. In any conversation, you have to listen. You can't always talk. It's not a monologue, it's a dialogue. That's why it says dialogue, because it comes from, I don't know exactly where it comes from, but I know that dialogue means two and monologue means one. That's what I know. So listening, you're gonna have to do it. Whether you like it or not, it's built into this life. Like a lot of the things that I talk about on this channel, it's built into this life. I hope that you can see me fine with this video. So you're gonna have to listen. That's just the way things are. You are going to have to listen. Now, in a conversation, when the person talks, if you're, let's just start by saying that you're the one talking, you're the one whose turn it is to talk. Wouldn't you appreciate it if the other person listened to you and actually genuinely listened to you? Because oftentimes what ends up happening, like for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but what I assume happens for a lot of people is people in a conversation, when it's not their turn to talk, when it's their turn to listen, they're listening, but secretly in the back of their head, maybe subconsciously, maybe consciously, I don't know, it depends on the person, they're waiting for the person to finish so that it's their turn to talk, so that they can talk again. And oftentimes what ends up happening is, instead of listening to the other person, they're thinking about what they're going to say next, which inevitably doesn't work, because you're not listening to what the other person says. You're just thinking about what you're trying to say, and then when you actually do say it, sometimes it doesn't move the conversation forward. And I think that's a big problem. I think a lot of people do that, myself included. I still find myself sometimes doing that, just waiting for my turn, because I think that what I want to share is a lot more interesting than what the other person has to share. It's not necessarily that I think I'm better than the other person, it's just we're naturally biased. We think that what we have to say are the greatest things ever, and naturally that transcends into a conversation. Now, when you do that, when you're in that headspace, when you're thinking these things that I can't wait for what I'm gonna say next, it's not good, because your attention is not put on the other person. Your attention is not put on the words of the other person, what the other person is trying to say. And the other person will feel it. Trust me, from experience, the other person will feel it. No matter how good you are at hiding it, no matter how good you are at playing the character that you are actually there and you're actually listening, the other person will find out. They will know. They won't know because you're not a good actor. It's just the vibe. Like, you can feel these things. Like, us humans, we have this thing where we can, like, we're in touch with energies and we can feel when the person is not truly authentically there. And I can 100% guarantee you that you've probably felt this before. You were talking with somebody and you just know, you just feel, and you're not sure kind of why, but you just feel that this person has not listened to a single word that you've said. Of course, now, if that happens to you, back to the example where you're the one talking, if that happens to you and you're talking and you're saying something that you really care about, right? You're maybe trying to push a point, you're maybe trying to tell a story, something that you're passionate about, something that affected you emotionally, and you feel that the other person is not fully 100% there. How does that feel? To me, personally, it feels like I'm speaking for nothing. It feels like I'm just saying words and this person's not listening, and it's useless. Like, why am I telling this story when I could use my time to do something more productive, that's, or just say this story to somebody else that's gonna actually listen, right? And it makes you not appreciate that person, at least in the moment, right? Maybe it's your best friend and they just have a bad day and they're just not listening to you that specific day. That's fine. But oftentimes it just puts a distance, a tension between you and the other person, and that's not good. And that's where listening really, the skill of listening really comes into play, because if you can actually cultivate that skill to really learn how to actually listen and authentically listen, right? Like, when somebody's talking, be there for the person. Like, have them, make them feel subconsciously, energetically, whatever you want to call it, make them feel that, look, I'm here, I'm listening to you, what you say matters to me, I'm 100% here, my attention is 100% on what you're trying to say, and my reply to you will be 100% based on what you're trying to say, and will be based on me trying to give value to this conversation so that we can both benefit from this conversation. That's the vibe that you want to portray to other people, because when you portray that vibe and when you authentically portray that vibe, please don't fake it, because once again, when you fake it, people notice, they feel it, so it's not going to work. It might work in the short run, but it's exhausting for you. You're going to be playing a character, you're going to be having a mask, which is inherently exhausting to the person, and over time people are going to realize that you're just full of shit, if that's what you're trying to do. So be authentic. Try to cultivate the skill of listening and being authentically there, because I can guarantee you, I've started doing this, like just being authentically there, putting authentic interest. It's very important that it's authentic interest in the other person and what the other person is trying to say, because in the other person's perspective, once again, what they're saying has value, because it's what they're saying. We're naturally biased towards our own opinions and thoughts. So if somebody gets to share their thoughts, something they treasure so much, so high, so valuably, and they have somebody else who's there to listen, embrace, accept, and then build on those thoughts, on those opinions, that inherently feels wonderful for the person who's speaking. And you want to give that to people. You want to give that to as many people as you want in your entire life. You want to be there authentically for as many people, because when you do that, people inherently feel amazing. Have you ever like found somebody? That's why like hobby, that's why you make friends when you have hobbies in common, because you both enjoy talking about that thing. So you're talking about whatever makes you whatever hobby that is, and that person is there, is listening because they care as well. And then when they talk, you're listening because you care too, right? So you're both like giving that to each other, which is amazing. That's how you form such strong friendships and such strong bonds. But it doesn't have to revolve around that single hobby. You can do this to every single person you meet, every single time, whatever the conversation, whatever the topic. It's a skill that you have to learn. And when you do that, people, and this has been scientifically proven, people, even if, I've said this in a video in the past, even if you have a conversation with somebody and you don't know anything about their subject, their passion, whatever it is that they're talking about, but you ask questions and you're genuinely interested in what they're trying to say, and the whole conversation is mainly 90% that person explaining things to you and you 10% asking questions and being genuinely interested, I will guarantee you, and this once again has been scientifically proven, I will guarantee you that that person is going to walk away from that conversation thinking that you are an amazing conversationalists. It's just one of our other biases, right? We don't realize that when we talk a lot, we're just having so much fun and we're sharing ourselves, really part of ourselves with this person. And this person is there, is listening to us, is happy that we're sharing it. We feel it, we feel happy. And in return, we associate that happiness with that person, and you want to be around that person a lot more. That's how this works. That's how listening works. I've started to apply this in my life, and it has changed my life dramatically. Not in terms of just me getting more friends and being more popular and like having more people that want to see me, but also for me. Because remember, we're doing this authentically, right? So we're authentically becoming better people. We're becoming interested in other people. And it's always good to be interested in other people. People have different opinions, different thoughts, things that are different than yours. By exposing yourself and being genuinely interested and open-minded to other people and what they're trying to say, you're inherently growing, you're learning, you're seeing how another person views the world, which is totally different than how you view it. You're growing as a person. You can then authentically share your opinions too. You talk, you grow together, and you grow as an individual. It's like a win, 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 win. And all you have to do is learn how to listen. Like, do you realize how simple it is? You just have to learn how to authentically listen, and you get all these benefits, all these wins everywhere. So that's what I've done. I had to learn this through reading books, right? But I've learned it, and I'm trying to now share this with you so that hopefully one of you will take some value from this video and will start listening to people, caring about people, being authentically there, and you'll see your life is going to change. Your life is really going to change. You're going to enjoy life a lot more. You're going to learn a lot more things. You're going to meet more people. You're going to have more people want you, which inherently makes you feel wanted, makes you feel appreciated, makes you feel happier. It is literally a win-win-win for something so simple. So why not do it, right? Like, it's not hard. Just the next time you're in a conversation with somebody, just remind yourself. If you find yourself waiting for your turn to speak, just remind yourself, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to listen. I want to be authentically there, and make the effort to authentically care. Ask authentic questions. Ask questions that gets the person to talk more, to share more opinions, you know, to be more open, to tell more, and genuinely be interested. It's not that hard. It's simple. It just takes time, repetition, and soon enough you'll do it by habit, which is what's happening to me now. So that was kind of my thoughts for today. 12 minutes and 40 seconds, not bad. One take this time. The reason why in previous videos I was cutting sometimes was because I either hit the pause button or I hit the home button, or I got a notification and it accidentally like led me to the app. Whatever, that's fine. Hope you guys got some value from this. I will now get back to work. I have a lot of work to do today, and yeah, that's it. That was my video. Listen, cultivate your skill of listening. It will do you wonders in your life. My name has been Aris Kosdin. Oh, and by the way, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to really push my Instagram on this YouTube channel because I'm trying to grow both. I'm trying to go both. So go follow me on Instagram. It's at Darius Kosdin. It'll be the first link in the description. I post daily stories, I post pictures, sort of what you're seeing here through this video, but in a shorter format, and you get to see my whole day, what I'm doing. And as a matter of fact, today, Friday, is actually a very, very cool day. I'm going to be posting stories. We're going to be taking pictures. It's going to be really cool. So I will see you on Instagram. So my name has been Darius Kosdin. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for giving your time to this video. You could have done anything else, but you've watched me for now 13 minutes and 47 seconds. So thank you so much for that. I truly, genuinely appreciate it. I hope that I could have been of use to you. I hope that this video was valuable to you. I hope that I did not waste your time. And I will see you all in a different video. Ciao.